Hey guys, what's up? How you doing? Hope you're doing fine in game as well as in life. So I'm making this video to show you what I'm doing and what are the steps I took to get from the low budget version I made a video for previously to this version. But first I want to talk about two different things. First, well, this is capable of running T8 Profound. I tried it, it works, but I'm not doing it. And if you want to know why, as well as how I make my FE, I will be posting another video soon about that. So, drop me a follow and then get notified. And the second thing I wanted to talk about is the DPS on the screen that you're seeing is not accurate because, yeah, sometimes the rock magus will focus the mannequin and sometimes he will just start running around away, chasing a butterfly on the screen. I don't know. But the AI is just completely random on this, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So don't pay too much attention to the DPS. It's not really the point of the video. Right, let's dive in the build. Step 1 is getting this crafted weapon for the main hand, and that's the weapon that will be given to the minion using isomorphic arm. Now let's talk a little bit about some affixes, because I think there's at least two affixes that are worth mentioning. The first one is this elemental damage to the gear, and it gives minus 100% gear fees. So I've seen a lot of people, high ranking, that dodge this mod, and I think there's a misunderstanding because this mod gives 47 to 274 fire damage, lightning damage, and cold damage. It gives all three, so it's a 3-in-1 mod, and the price of that is to drop 178 fees, which everything is getting converted to corrosion anyway, so we don't care about the type of damage that we are doing, right? So you lose 178 and you gain 3 times 47 to 274. This is worth it. This is definitely worth it, okay? So this is by far the best mod to put on the weapon, right? The rest is flat damage, doesn't matter, cold or fire. Then the second mod I think it's worth talking about is the attack speed, because the attack speed of the weapon doesn't matter for isomorphic arm, only the flat bonuses. And for that, you get this attack speed and cast speed, which is general, not gear related. And since you give it to the minion will get attack and cast speed, but you are also yourself affected by it, which means the minion attack and cast speed also apply. So you basically get 72% attack and cast speed for the minion for one mod, which is really good, right? It's really, really good. Then you get crit damage, double damage. I mean, there's nothing crazy here. So step 2 is going to be crafting the other weapon. So for the base, you grab a good one. You try to get one that's in your budget, but don't buy cheap bases. I didn't mention it for the other weapon, but don't buy cheap bases. The cost of running sequence and rolling mods on weapon or any piece of gear make it so buying bad base is really playing against you. So you want to buy some good bases, guys. Really, really go for good bases. It's gonna save you a lot of money in the long run. So now for the affixes themselves, I think the two most important ones are the ultimate. I know, what a shocker. But still, getting these two mods are the most important thing you need to do on this weapon. I think that should be your priority. But then you have some flexibility. For example, the crit mod, you roll and you keep the first one that comes up. Either it's flat or increase. No matter which one comes T1 first, you keep it. That's what I did, and it's gonna save you a lot of money in the crafting of this weapon. On the other side, intelligence is obviously what you want, but if you hit something like max summonable troop with additional minion damage, I used that for a moment, for a while. Like if you have a tier 3 int, I think this is better. Tier 3 or tier 4 int, and this is better, right? I don't know about tier 2, but I know that this that's what I used for a while, and it was doing just fine. I was surprised by how good it was compared to the small number I was seeing on the screen. Then for the base, basically take anything. I would have kept anything except life for the two other mod. Everything works. The flat increase on minion damage is a little bit better. My issue is that it's very badly rolled. But you know, yeah, the other mod are just so well rolled. I don't wanna roll just for the minion damage. And even with this bad roll, it's still better than a flat damage mod. A little bit, like 3-4% more damage than a flat damage mod. So yeah, if you can get minion damage, take that priority. But if you have flat, 2 flat mod, it's gonna be perfectly fine, guys. Perfectly fine. Yeah, then that's about it for the weapon, the second one. So the next step was, first I wanted to craft these rings, right? But then I saw the prices of this base, and I was like squinting my eyes real tight to see if I didn't misplace the decimal point somehow. But no, that wasn't me. That was impaired vision. That's actually the price of the base. So I thought that maybe my money would be spent better on this pair of gloves, right? Which is the third step about these. And then, you know, very happy with myself, and I was like, let's go, let's double corrupt it. I had a 10% all stats, so you know, I was very happy. I'm gonna hit the good corruption, everything's gonna go well. Yeah, it just rerolled, and I got a low roll on ES and 5% on all stat and 12% on life, and I'm just thanking God I didn't downgrade to 14% on additional damage, you know. But yeah, that's Jesus, this was so bad. I cried, I think, for an hour or two after this corruption. I don't know, maybe 3 hours, something like that. I mean, if you ask me, I'm still crying. No, no, I don't cry. I never cried. I'm a man. I'm a manly man. I have big balls and hair on my chest. I don't cry. I never cried. If you say I cried, I will deny it. So step 3 is getting the glove. I'm a man. Get the glove. Now, post step 3, you have stuff to do. In the skill, you have a lot of shuffle around to do. So pay attention. First, we're gonna get rid of Rising Edge and get our Grim Phantom, because that is the best way to get as much damage as possible from the new glove that we just bought. And so the first support that we're gonna put on the Grim Phantom is Grudge, which is now taken away from the Frost Magus, and then we can put Protection Field back on it for even more tankiness for us. On the Grim Phantom, though, we're gonna put the Grudge, gonna put an additional minion, and then we're gonna put the Blinding. We can blind everybody and get us 20% less damage taken, basically. And we don't need the last slot. The last slot is useless, so we're gonna put it on the Curse, because we have a lot of energy to float, and why not getting increased area of effect on the Curse? It makes mapping a lot easier. So there we go. That's what we do. And yeah, that's about it for the post step 3 shuffle around of the skill. So for step 4, well, we want to craft these rings. So mine are not finished. If you look at them, you'll notice that they're not finished. Almost, but not there yet. The idea is to get full initial growth on the ring. So you get 32 on the base, 32 on the growth, and close to 80 on the ultimate, on the suffixes. And you want 2 rings like that. And some people are using rings to fix their resistance. I think the damage potential of the suffixes on the ring is much better than the resistance you can get on them. So I'll find a way to fix my res somehow later. But I think the damage on the ring is much better than fixing res. So let's look at it a little bit. The suffixes are obviously initial growth, right? That's the tier 1 that you want to get. And then you want double crit. So you're gonna get crit damage from the advance, and you're gonna get crit chance from the basic. That's it for the suffixes. Pretty straightforward. Double crit mode, initial growth. And now on the other ultimates, you're gonna get on the prefixes elemental and erosion penetration. That's a lot of damage. Intelligence and max energy shield. So on the intelligence part of it, you can also settle for any of the damage mode. I know it sounds weird, but it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Damage won't be that much different. You can settle any except Dex and Trance. Any tier 1 mod here will do. It's gonna work fine. So until you need to min-max the rings, you can settle on any of them. I got lucky and I hit it first, on both ring. But you can use any flat damage mode and it's gonna be fine. And for the basic, why do we do ES on both? Because we are prepping for the next step. So now that we have both ring with ES, right, you're gonna grab T1 ES on both ring. The gloves are also giving you ES. There's one last post step 4 little thing to do is getting this slot memory to get you a lot of ES. So you see mine give me 30% max ES plus 642 max ES, like a lot of ES. I also grab a little bit of minion damage, but whatever. A lot of ES you want. Because that's very important for the next step, which is step 5, grabbing this armor to replace the first one that we had, because it's gonna add a lot of reconjuring, so a lot of regen. So it's gonna make the loop very short and basically mean a lot of movement speed for us, a lot more DPS uptime for the minion and us by the same occasion. So this is very good. On top of that, it also gives us additional spirit magus damage. To get the corruption, it's cheap. Like, really get it, guys. Not expensive. And this is actually more damage than the old stats that we had on the previous one. It also gives us a lot of armor, which is good for our magus, rock magus. We're gonna see that in a sec. So this is the step, and it goes with another change on the skill, which is replacing the frost magus with a precise steadfast, and it needs to be a precise steadfast, about 121, because I was too lazy to level it up. That's me. So you can buy a non 21 for cheap, very cheap. Just level it up yourself and yeah, you know, you don't have to be a dumbass like me. I keep repeating you. I'm a dumbass. Don't follow everything I do. Like, there's no point getting a little bit more armor, min-maxing this, paying 300 FE to min-max this at this point of the build. There's no point. I'm just too lazy to get it, to level it up. That's it. That's it, guys. So, yeah. Do it better. Do it smarter. So, yeah, now that we get that one, we can go and grab a better support for magus, right? We want to get a red one. And this way, we get a lot of armor for our magus. Like, if we take a look, we now have 154,000 armor for our magus, which translates to 65%. Let's take a look at our friend the calculator. 65.61. I'm a god math genius. Right. So yeah, that's the next step. That's where I'm at. And once that's replaced, that's about it. That's the boots, right? Step 6. Wake up a morning, look at how much FE you have, and just think maybe you can craft these boots for 500 FE. Then proceed to be very, 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 very lucky and craft these boots. So let's look a little bit more about these boots. These boots are very, very simple. There is only one ultimate on this, which is the deflection stack gained for every 6 meter moved. That's it. There's no other ultimate. Then we have two advance, the attack speed and cast speed, because this is very good, obviously, and if you can get it on boots, well, it's fine. You will notice that we did not take movement speed, because, well, attack speed is our movement speed. Since we are lip slamming around, we don't need to stack move speed, right? We use the lip slam to move around. So that's free spot for us, which means we can use the advance on something else. For example, we can get a +1 fizz skill level. +1 minion would also work, right? I just took the one that came out first. The minion would be a little bit better, but the fizz is doing what you need, which is 8% bar damage, basically. So any of them will work, basically. And for the last roll, well, I took the ES because of the transition we did, right? Now we are ES base, and we need as much ES as possible. So yeah, that's it for the boots, right? It's very straightforward. And for the resistance, I just grabbed the one that gets hit by the most, basically. So it's not, I didn't take the first one that came out. I given up on fixing erosion resistance. I will worry about that much later and change some base to conversion, but it's for much later. And right now I'm just, when there's a lot of lightning projectile on the screen, I get hit by them. So getting some resistance for lightning is the best for me. That's about it. If you skilled enough to dodge the lightning projectile when they're everywhere on the screen, then you just grab any resistance that came out first. Yeah, that's about it. Also, I had this after 2 clicks. I rolled this tier 1, and it's fun, but 3% is not amazing, right? It's not gonna be making a huge difference for us. The resistance better, I think. Well, that's it. That's it for the different steps. I haven't done anything different. Everything else stayed the same compared to the previous video. So yeah, I'll keep you guys posted when I got to the next step, which will be, I don't know, about 300 or 400 billion DPS. And we'll see how much changes do I have to do to get there. Alright guys, have a great time, great game, enjoy Torchlight Infinite. Peace!